Pushing the power button on the right joystick switch allows you to select the desired mode for each RPM range. On the right side of the same switch box, there is a work mode for changing the operating mode. There are two work mode settings, digging mode and lifting mode. Lifting mode switches to a range where the RPM automatically produces maximum torque for the engine. When the breaker and share options are activated, they appear as shown on the screen. SPC, short for Smart Power Control, is basically a system where the RPM drops by 100 and the RPM is automatically adjusted to the load when working with a load. Travel mode, supported for first and second manual gears, and auto mode, enables the operator to make changes to suit the work environment. The tail lights, work lamps and rear lights can be adjusted in that order. Auto idle on/off can be controlled with the monitor switch. Now, push the escape switch on the monitor and go to the user menu. To execute commands, use the enter switch on the left side of the escape switch. Enter machine state and go to monitoring. In monitoring, you can check basic information such as the main sensor values in the machine and the battery voltage. Enter filter or oil information. In filter or oil information, the intervals for required maintenance are preset, and as a rule, the time is reset after replacements. Next, go to machine information. You can check basic information such as the engine model name, options for attachments, and the machine SN. Go to fuel efficiency data. Here, you can check the weekly and daily fuel consumption rate, as well as weekly and daily operating information. Using this data, the operator can make the operating style slightly more efficient. Now, go to Machine Configuration. The attachment settings can only be unlocked by the applicable dealer in the basic specifications. The current screen is locked. In these settings, you can determine the supply flow rate of attachments. Enter camera settings. In camera settings, these settings might not be changeable depending on the machine options. In camera settings, the camera can be turned on/off and mirror mode is also supported. In the event that no camera is installed, it appears as shown on the screen. Go to Emergency Engine Speed Control Dial. When the engine speed control dial is not working, it can be adjusted with the monitor or the jog shuttle switch. Go to Auto Shutoff setting. Auto Shutoff is a function which automatically turns off the engine after a set amount of time in low idle mode or while the cutoff lever is lowered. Check the enabled item on the screen and set the time to finish adjusting the settings. Only the engine turns off, while the machine remains in the key-on state. The time can be set from 3 to 60 minutes. To activate the Auto Shutoff function, the conditions above must be satisfied. Go to Option Operation Setting. The option operating settings are also locked by default, so they need to be unlocked by a local dealer. Once the option operation settings are unlocked, you can set the options with a thumb wheel or pedal as shown on the screen. Go to breaker operating time setting. This must also be unlocked by a local dealer to be used. After being unlocked, a settings window appears on the screen, and the operating time can be adjusted from 10 seconds up to a maximum of 60 seconds. Go to Emergency Code, TMS. In this menu, an authorized employee can temporarily, 1 day, unlock systems locked, engine start disabled, RPM restrictions, by the TMS server. Go to Entertainment. Video and MP3 files are supported for USB. In the event that the use of entertainment is restricted, the above message appears. To make use of it, please change the settings in the panel configuration. The pop-up above disappears in 3 seconds, or you can make it disappear by pushing the escape button or the jog shuttle switch. When the use of entertainment is not restricted, the pop-up above appears. For the sake of safety, do not use entertainment while driving or working. Insert a USB and select a video to begin playing it. If the video format is not supported, a message appears at the top. Push the icon at the bottom right to return to the list. The chart above shows the codec types supported. FAT32 is the basic supported USB format. When copying individual files, they cannot exceed 4 GB, and the maximum file size for playback is 1.7 GB. If there is no USB, the pop-up shown above appears. Go to MP3. Select an MP3 file from the list of music files to play it. Push the left button at the bottom right to return to the list. Push the right button at the bottom right to return to the main menu with the music playing. If there is no USB, the pop-up shown above appears. Go to Gauge Panel Configuration. Go to Password Setting. Go to Owner Password Setting. The following screen is shown when you enter Owner Password Setting. The default password is 1111. The password can be changed in Password Change, where you can also set the password authorization for the operator below. After granting the operator password authorization, an operator item appears on the password setting screen as shown on the screen. After changing the password, a pop-up saying password set appears as shown above. In Item Setting, you can grant password authorization for starting the engine, attachments, and entertainment. Go to Brightness Setting. Go to Screen Brightness Setting. The screen brightness can be adjusted. Go to Camera Brightness Setting. The camera brightness can be adjusted. Go to Default Power Mode Setting. You can set the mode for when the key is turned on after the machine has been turned off. When fuel saving mode alone is enabled, it always switches to STD mode whenever the key is turned on after being turned off, regardless of the mode. However, it does not switch to STD mode by default when the key is turned on after being turned off in Eco mode. The mode remains the same if the key is turned off in default mode. When SPC is enabled, turning the key on after being turned off activates SPC, which reduces the RPM by 100. When SPC is disabled, turning the key on after being turned off causes the default SPC to turn off. Go to Default Screen Setting. When activated, you can see the booting screen with the camera screen the next time the key is turned on. In time setting, the year and time can be set. Go to service phone number setting. You can see the phone number for contacting a dealer when service is required. Go to unit setting. You can set the various units to your individual preferences. Go to language setting. Choose your preferred language from a total of 24 available languages. Go to notification setting. Here, you can set warning alarms, maintenance notification pop-ups and more. Go to entertainment use setting. You can set weather to allow entertainment to run while the engine is running, while working, or while driving. Watching videos while working or driving may cause serious safety issues.